back of that one-door town, barn full of smoke, rain beating down, knife on the table like a thin steel grin, rope on my wrist, cheap whiskey on their breath and skin. First cut shallow just to hear me breathe, second one deeper just to watch me bleed. Lantern swinging like a hangman's clock, every little slice felt like ticking on a lock. Blood on the floor drew a crooked cross, steel in my side weighed out the cost. They said you scream, boy, maybe God comes near. I bit my tongue, tasted rust and beer. I thought, if pain's all you got for me tonight, then cut till you're empty, I'm done with fright. When the last blade kissed my skin, I left, sound dry as gravel, sharp as glass. They thought I'd fall, thought I'd break in half, but freedom slipped out in a cracked up laugh. Still, I've been crooked since a dust road kid. Ran cards, ran dope, ran from what I did. Cross on my neck was a front I wore, gun in my belt was a real back door. Broke good hearts with a bad man's charm, turn warm hands cold just leaving my arms. Preacher said, son, you're a walking scar. I said, hell, amen, that's just what we are. So when that steel came hunting my name, I didn't beg soft, didn't curse their game. I looked that bladed in his hungry eye, thought you can cut this flesh, but you ain't touching why. Devil in my ear said, now you're mine. I grinned, you've been writing all my fear and time, but I'm paid up now, so take your pound. You can't own a man who don't bow down. I told that steel, if you're the last word spoke, I'll spell I'm free in every line you wrote. When the last blade kissed my skin, I left, sound mean and hollow like a church bell crack. Wasn't joy, wasn't madness, it was something past. A soul done run out of things to snatch. They split my side like a worn out seam, but my heart beat back like a war drum dream. They cut me open thinking I'd fade to black. Instead my freedom came bleeding out loud. Now every scar, now every scar reads like a handwritten song, raised in the fire, laid down in calm. If heaven wants skin that ain't never been split, it can close them gates, I ain't begging to fit. I ride with the marks that the knife carved deep, wear them like a vow that I chose to keep. They thought that the steel was the end of my track, but that last hard cut gave my courage back. Yeah, they cut me open, and my freedom bled out laughing, bled out laughing, bled out laughing. Bayou Bridge, June heat, moon low and crooked. 5 men in black coats, boots deep where the mud is hooked in. They grabbed his shirt, his collar chain hits. Time to pay, boy. Push his head down where the cattails choke and the frogs lose their voice. Camera drops on the green light, gasoline shimmer. Cypress roots reaching like fingers, dragging at his center. Bubbles rise slow like broken songs from a busted choir. Every dead, every bed, every backroom deal floats higher. Street lamp halo on the rail, rain starts pouring. He ain't an angel, but his pulse keeps roaring. He don't beg, don't break, don't choke on fear. He just thinks if hell wants me, it better steer clear. He breathes beneath dead water, lungs full of ghost town hymns. Mud in his teeth, but the Lord heard him curse and grin. They try to drown his name where the swamp runs still and numb, but his soul rose up like smoke and his sin stayed in his lungs. Yeah, the cross on his chest glowed faint in the river's jaw. He learned to pray with no sound, just grit and broken law. He breathed beneath dead water till the whole damn swamp went numb. Now every wave that hits that shore whispers the man he's become. Sunrise, cheap motel, neon dying in the gray. He staggers out, the cattail reeds dripping black decay. Coughs up swamp, blood and whiskey on the gravel lot. Leaves a trail shaped like question marks to the church he forgot. Camera pans wide, small town, one steeple, one bar. Same preacher that took bribes, same sheriff with those scars. His wide-eyed girl in a red dress stands on the steps in tears. Mascara rivers down her face like she's mourning all their years. She spits, "You were dead." He laughs, "Hell missed a shot." Sheriff mutters, "Some folks don't drown, they just rot." He drops that locket on the steps like a burned out spell, then dunks his smoking pistol in the church's rusted well. Quiet doors closed, but the wind hummed low, like a hymn for the ruin that refused to let go. He ain't clean, ain't kind, but he's done with the lie. Now he carries every sin where a halo should shine. He breathed beneath dead water where the good men never go. Came up laughing through the curse like he swallowed fire and smoke. They tried to kill his name in a ditch behind that town, but it rises every breath now, a heavy sharpened crown. Yeah, the guns, the girls, the crooked saints all watched him rise, with swamp light burning through those tired outlaw eyes. He breathed beneath their water till the fear turned into steel. Now every step he takes on land feels colder, hard and real. He ain't asking for forgiveness, he just walks back through the flood with a barbed wire cross and a Bible stained in mud. He breathes beneath dead water, learned to live with what he's done, and the only prayer he ever needs now is the fact he still ain't running. Midnight in the prison fog, bricks sweating like a fever. Orange glow licking up the wall like some broke down preacher. Iron cuffs on my wrist, every move makes them sing. Little metal Marguerite clink clink like you ain't never leaving the king. Fluorescent hum, dust, smoke, guards board in the hallway. One spits in the door, crack laughs, make it quiet, and the outlaws don't pray. But I see the pile of broken chains, rust red, half alive. Every scar on the match is always something I survived. I drag them to the cold, sparks jump like wild-eyed saints. Beat them till they screaming bam, twist them past their fate. My knuckles split, blood hisses when it hits that steel. I say if you wanna hold me, you're gonna learn how my freedom feels. Smoke in my lungs, but my heart stays loud. I ain't kneeling for mercy, I'm just talking to the sound. If hell wants my body, it can have what's left of me. But my hands, my voice, my noise, yeah, that part stays free. They chain my hands, so I forge them in the bell. Every ring is a story that a warden can't sell. I turn cold iron into a sermon for the damned. When that metal starts to tremble, you'll remember who I am. I ain't asking for forgiveness, I just need you to hear how a sinner makes a weapon out of every ounce of fear. They chain my will, try to lock down every sound, so I hammered on my shackle in the bells that shake the ground. Sunrise leaks through the bar glass, dust dancing in the beam. That old chaplain limps in slow, Bible tone at the seam. He hears that hollow ringing from the corner by the flames. Says, son, that ain't regulation, I grin. Neither is my name. I live that newborn, I'm bail still. I still mean shape of a shackle twisted into something clean. I press it to my chest till the scorch bites through. Whisper, if you're watching, Lord, I ain't holy, but I'm true. There's a girl linked on my wrist, black rose, crooked crown. She loved every crooked part before they locked me down. I hear her laughing every swing of that outlaw chime. Wild love, bad love, gasoline and red wine. Guard bangs on the bars, growls, what the hell you done? I say, tuning up my conscience, man, you might wanna run. He snarls, you think you're righteous, I shrug. Eyes cold, no smile, now I'm just the kind of wrong that learn to walk the last mile. Oh, ash on my boot, black soot in my veins. I ain't washed up my sins, I just renamed my chain. If heaven don't want me, I'll still ring out clear. Cause a man who owns his darkness ain't got much left to fear. They chain my hands, so I forge them in the bell. Every crack, every scar in that metal, yeah, that's where I fell. I turn my guilt into thunder, let it roll through these walls. When that outlaw ringing starts, even concrete spills. I don't pray for a pardon, and I just stand in the sound. Let the echo do the talking for the life I've dragged around. They chain my will, all the story had been told. Yard at lockdown, sky gun metal cold and still. That bell swings soft in the doorway, answering my will. I ain't sure about redemption, but I know this much is true. If freedom won't come to find me, I'll make these chains sing till it has to break through. To break through. 3 a.m. back at that roadside church and bar. You're on your knees in the ditch by the gravel and the cars. Rain mixing with the rot, with the blood on your sleeve. Whole life dripping off you. in the red clay leaves. Camera pulls in, busting knuckles, crooked grin. You taste copper on your tongue, dirt grinding on your skin. Neon cross homes blue on a cracked stained wall. Hoping sign flickers like it's laughing at it all. Cheryl's taillights fading, you're left there in the flood. Whiskey, bad decision, gasoline and mud. You slam your fist down, mud splashes on your face. Looks like war paint, looks like a crooked kind of grace. Folks pass by, say, boy, stand up, have some pride. But you're talking to the ground, not the ones outside. You ain't begging for a savior, rolling in from above. You're just kneeling in the mess of every lie you ever loved. 'Cause you saw heaven hiding in the mud, in the mix of your regret and your blood. Not in some clean white sky, not in a choir that never hurts. You found heaven staring back at you from dirt. Every time you raise your head up slow, that mud falls off like a broken halo, like a crown that only fits the ones that crawled enough to learn. You wear your shame like rust and your grace like something earned. Sun comes up, slave gray, over trailer roofs and wide. You're back behind that chapel, boots sunk in the mire. Preacher steps outside door, coffee steaming down. Says, son, you keep kneeling there, you'll never climb out. You grin through the dirt, say, Padre, take a look. You draw a muddy cross on your chest like a crooked holy book. There's a bullet scar singing just under your heart from the night you chose a pistol over falling apart. Camera cuts close, your girl's name inked on your throat. She loved you like a wildfire, left you like smoke, her ghost in every raindrop, hitting that black coat sleeve. She once said, you're my heaven, then she helped you leave. You scoop that mud thick with gravel, glass and sin, press it to your forehead till it almost sinks in. Whisper if you're listening, don't you dare make me clean. Just give me eyes that see you right here in between. Streetlights buzz, grow circle in the wire, still talking to the ground, but your gaze climbs high. You ain't holy, ain't pure, but you're done with the lie. You finally trust a prayer that don't need a perfect sky. 'Cause you saw heaven hiding in the mud, in the hard path, truth in the flood. Not in stained glass stories where nobody ever burns. You found heaven watching every wound you earn. Every time you lift your head and breathe, that mud falls off like a crown you get to leave, like a busted ring of thorns that you outcrawled in the dirt. You wear your scars like steel and your past like a lesson that hurt. You saw heaven in the gutter of your name, in the ditch where you confess without saying what you've done in vain. You won't die some spotless angel, you'll go out boots full of earth, with your eyes still bright and open in that cold, clear light of worth. You dragged up from the dirt.